Okay, hello and welcome. My name is Guild Navigator, and welcome back to episode 7 in our Let's Play series as Morocco into Al Andalus. So, I'm coming back to this again. I played the first 6 episodes of this kind of all in one sitting on Thanksgiving weekend, and it's still Thanksgiving weekend, but it's the next day. And I'm coming back, and I'm probably going to have time to record like one episode, but just going to take the first couple of minutes to get my bearing. So these are my armored horsemen. I should be sending this back home. They don't need to be hanging out there. I had just finished my war against Mali. It's kind of confusingly colored because we're basically the same color. One of many reasons I need to destroy them. And I basically captured all of the Saharan trade passes sort of in the Western Sahara that we know about. I'm going to continue pushing south eventually, but I've got a little bit of a foothold here with my vassals. Annexing the Algerian coast, about to finish annexing this person, and then I'm going to just kind of work my way down. And I was about to start forcing these people to become Muslim so they can begin converting. But I did look up online, and it looks like the jizya are pretty good, like your religious minorities, and so there is a strat where you can basically try to keep your pops from converting. I was playing around with the Ottoman Empire a little bit, and they have a ton of tolerance of heathens, but I'm going to stick to trying to convert people to Islam. Still going to be relatively tolerant with like humanism and jurisprudence and stuff, but that's at least how I'm going to be playing this game. You know, I am playing as Morocco, who's trying to reconquer Al-Andalus. Yeah, I'd used a jihad against Mali, which is weird because I thought Mali was Muslim. Are they not? They're not. Interesting. So there are a lot of Muslims in West Africa, but just Mali itself is not. Very interesting. Okay, cool. So I just finished annexing that one vassal. I can really only annex 2 people at a time right now. I am tempted to like force my culture so that I get a bonus to annexation speed. But the problem when you do that is that then you have to wait until they're no longer angry at you anymore. And these people are pretty small. Yeah, like this is only going to take like 10 years anyway. So I don't even think it's worth doing. Okay, I think the volume's a little bit loud. It feels loud to me. If I turned it too quiet, just let me know, because I could have also just, my audio could be too high. I think this is better. You know, I don't want to keep griping about the same thing, but I really do hate the sound mixing in this game. Whoever did it did a horrible job. No offense to them, obviously. Okay, let's build some more olives. I'm just gonna build profitable RGOs. This basically just shows you profit and, you know, scaled by control. So you basically just get, it builds up the ones that are most profitable kind of in your industrial core, which is, for me, starting here in Faz and along this river. Eventually, I'm going to want to change to probably Sevilla is my guess as my capital, because then that will allow me to I think maximize kind of like control in Iberia and North Africa, which is going to be the heart of my empire. Down here I'm just going to set up vassals and colonial nations. There's no reason to have to directly control stuff on the other side of the Sahara. I'm just never going to be able to get any real control on it. That's part of the reason that I think I'm going to go decentralization this game. I've played centralization in pretty much every other game because the crown power and the proximity cost is so good. But the 20 loyalty from subjects is very strong, and I think it would basically negate most of the power benefit, so I'm going to try it out. We'll see how it goes. I've also noticed that you tend, around kind of Age of Absolutism, when you get paved roads, you get pretty good proximity cost anyway. I had also recently set up a privateer, and I'm not sure what they're doing. They don't seem to be doing very much. I'll save myself whatever money I can. Let's go back to that. Maritime privateers. Yeah, I've got this guy here. He's working at 85% capacity, and he's being harassed by enemy navies. Yeah, it's a mystery. If anyone knows how that privateer stuff works, like, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to know more, because it seems, for me, somewhat relevant, given who I am, but I'm not sure. So I'm kind of in a little bit of like a peaceful zone right now. I'm trying to steal maps from the Spaniards. Could probably start doing some exploring myself. I don't have the sailors is the problem. Can I build any more wharfs? I cannot. So I've got the maximum number of wharfs I can. I'm not sure if there's another building I could build. But I just don't have enough sailors to do the stuff that I want to do. Like, I want to build a navy, I want to start doing a lot of things. Okay, I could probably start annexing the next boyo. This person's pretty close to being at 125, which I believe is the threshold for annexation. Sure. Pretty much always accept every royal marriage. I could marry another lowborn. I have quite a few kids. But I've also got pretty good legitimacy, so I'm going to do it. And then more people in your court is always good. A religious figure. I can invite a religious figure. Okay, so some of them give you like bonus to research speed and stuff. I don't think that this is worth it. It's basically more stability in exchange for more cost of court. So I'm not going to accept that, actually. It says I could go on a pilgrimage. So I could go to Jerusalem, sure. I'm not sure what that actually accomplishes, but I'll do it. And then looking at my market, what's still needed? We ended up like destroying the Sevilla market, which is kind of cool, but you know, just kind of like luxury goods seems to be the big thing that people need. So I'm just gonna keep pumping out these RGOs. One of the great things about an RGO is that it's functionally free money. There's no input cost once it's built up other than the pops, and the pops just cost food, which they produce themselves, kind of. And so it's you want to have max RGOs basically always, everywhere. There's functionally no downside to them. People are still getting upset. Encouraging my tribesmen to settle down, because I hate tribesmen, as I'd like to say. And as you can see, I have an enormous number. Slaves, tribesmen, peasants, laborers. It's a very diverse country. Is this a different religious scholar, or is this the same one? I thought I said no to that. I do feel like the notifications pop up too often up here at the top. Like there's too many. I just tend to ignore them. Children can have better education. Did not mean to click away the CB one. I don't need a commander. They lack cabinet members. That's worth rectifying. Oh, I should have appointed crown members. Members of my family. Okay, diplomatic annexation cost is awesome. Money for satisfaction. No, I'm okay. I had thought about maybe attacking Portugal. I still think that there's maybe something to be said about this. I'm not going to be able to get a CB war on them. But I still don't have a coalition against me quite yet. No, I have the coalition against Al-Andalus, but it's only Castile right now. So I could, like... Again, my plan is to kind of consolidate Iberia. My one hesitation with this is that I have an enormous amount of antagonism already. It is fading, but there's a ton with Catholic Europe from when I did my initial conquest. I also have a ton of vassals that I'm still trying to annex. So I think I'm gonna hold out on a war. The one big draw that I have is to kind of like be able to maybe beat them up a little bit and steal some more pops and money. But I think I'm okay right now. If it looks like the coalition starts to grow, like aggressively, I think I'll jump them first. But it was pretty cool seeing these guys all raise up their army. They're pretty powerful. This is one of the advantages of having a ton of little vassals. You can't see it yet, but they're gonna be building their shit up, and because they have really good control everywhere, they basically get full access to it. By contrast to me, right? Like this area I basically have no access to at all. It might make sense to change my capital already. I could set it here. Let's see, it's got, very good natural harbor capacity. Hills and woods are not awesome. It's going to stop the development growth. But it also does make it more defensible. I could put it next door in a flatter place, but it would have less of a good harbor capacity. So I would be kind of losing some control here in Morocco in exchange for more control in Iberia. I'm going to hold off for now, but eventually. Yep, that's great. I would love to promote integration. It's also a highly supported one, which means that I can change some laws. So Sharia law code is, I think, bad. It makes my clergy more powerful. Makes me less tolerant, and I want this anyway. So I'm gonna switch to traditional laws because the state satisfaction is not a lot, but it is good. Okay. I really don't want to contain banking if I can get away with it. Let's see. I mean, worst case, I would have traded 7 stability for that. Cool, I can start annexation on you. And I've got enough spy that I can steal some maps from the Portuguese. Northern Isles Sea. They actually haven't done that much exploring themselves. Definitely want the research. Yeah, maybe it does actually make sense to change my capital already. I've never done this. I've never changed my capital before. If I get the itinerant court ability, is that one of the laws that I already have? Then I think I can just do it for free. Itinerant court, yeah. And this will allow me to basically on my character's death, I get to move the capital. I think I'm gonna aim to get that in another parliament. I suspect I'm just gonna have to eat the 7 stability loss on this, which is fine. Like I said, I would take that trade. That's often the way I see it, and I'm not gonna get the centralization, but I do get the like I'm not gonna get the additional integration for free, but I do get some faster progress during the time it's being debated. Sure, you guys can all have my my children. Okay, yep, uphold the commons. Let's see, I wish that there were more kind of like ways I could get sailors. Let's see, what is this? Maximum stockpile capacity, trade advantage, trade capacity. So this is just like a market. Which I guess is pretty good. I had talked about starting to build up my marketplaces because I have not done that yet. Okay, dubious spending practices. Oh, so basically 30 gold odd for 0.5 for 10 legitimacy. Or I can get some development. I think I'd rather have the legitimacy. And then I also get the ability to appoint a family member. Okay, let's just queue up. Let's just mass build some marketplaces, because I'm not taking. I think I'm leaving a lot of trade here on the table. Yeah, like I only do these like 4 trades, but then if I click off, there's an enormous amount of trade that's happening. I will say this looks like a pretty profitable one. I'll be interested to see. I don't think I can build plantations in my own country, which seems weird because I have a lot of slaves. I'm thinking, I saw the sugar export, and that tends to be, the sugar plantations, I think can make a ton of money. Although, oddly enough, there's 0 in the Caribbean, which is kind of funny. You probably have to do the Colombian exchange and kind of like add them. Okay, not making any more diplomats. Do I want to increase my spending? I think so. Because I like to have green on all of this, if possible. Bonus to army morale. It's great. Another sun. Yes, I'm the Marinids. I vaguely recognize the name Marinid. But I don't actually know very much about the Marinids. If I vaguely remember, they did fight. They did attempt to basically do what I succeeded in doing, but failed, obviously. I'm gonna be able to steal from the Castilians again when I get a diplomat. Stealing maps I find to be like extremely cost effective. Because if you think, like, basically what I'm doing is I'm just turning 0.15 diplomats per month. So 5 gold times roughly 45 months. Let's just say 50, so 5 times 50 is 250 gold to steal a map in very rough terms. Versus to explore, you obviously have to, just ignoring the sailor cost, it's 100 gold plus 10 gold per month, and this often takes a long time. It's not showing me how, oh yeah, okay, like right here, like 419 months times 10 gold, that's 4,190 gold. It's like almost 5,000 gold. So I mean, it's way cheaper. Way cheaper. 250 gold versus 5,000 gold, it's just insanely cost effective to steal. I think once I finish annexing Algeria, I'll turn my attention against Portugal. It doesn't look like anyone's going to join the coalition against me that Castile created, which is good. I could create a casus belli against them. I actually can't. I don't have the tech for it yet. We don't know how to wage religious wars. We forgot. I played like I said, I played a campaign of the Ottomans. I was playing it last night actually, because I wanted to keep playing this, and I was like, oh, I need to record, but I was with family, so while we were watching a movie, I just was like, oh, I'm just gonna pull my laptop out and start playing the Ottomans. They're very interesting. Like the Rise of the Turks, like basically event or whatever it's called, is extremely powerful. Gives you claims on basically everyone. Okay, towards jurisprudence, that's what I want. That is what I want. I'm tending towards mysticism, and why is that? Maliki. So it's the religious school that I have. I basically get free development, and I trend towards mysticism. I like the development, but I do not like mysticism. How do I change that? Change main school. Okay, so I'd have to invite someone from another school. And then I can change. I like trade capacity. I think that one's really good. And this person would give me... That's fine. Prestige is completely meaningless, and that's kind of valueless also. I find that the cultural stuff is not that strong. Legitimacy, clerics, pop conversion speed. I like the trade capacity one the most so far. This East Asian one. It's kind of cool. I'll say that the Huai, I don't know how to pronounce it. The HUI people of China are some of the most fascinating. I don't care about the clergy that much. They're some of the most fascinating, like basically ethnic groups. It looks like the Great Yuan is having a little bit of a hard time. War for regional supremacy, war for regional supremacy. Things are not going good for the Mongols. Okay, cool. I got a diplomat, so I can steal again. I think I want that. Northwest African coast. I would like to get the islands so I can start colonizing them, but c'est la vie. I could launch a colonial charter here, and I'm going to do that. Charters in this game, I'm not sure that they're ever actually economical to do. Like, I think you would be better off just letting other people do them and then steal the land from them. But I do them anyway. I enjoy doing them. They're not that expensive. And then they're the right culture and everything. Things are going pretty good. Getting my sailors back. That reminds me, are my privateers continuing to get destroyed? Yep, they're gone. Production efficiency is very good. I'm going to take that. So, for those of you guys who don't know how production efficiency works, I figured this out from the Legend of Total War video. But basically, there's a normal production method here. So if I look here, the way it's normally going to work is you're going to take 0.8 cloth and you turn it into 0.5 fine cloth, right? But the production efficiency makes it so that you produce a little bit more. So I want to see where it says this. 0.25, access to input goods, market access. And then I think that this is the production efficiency here. This all adds up to that 8%. And so functionally what it does is it gives you, like I said, like it multiplies your effect. So then you end up basically producing free goods. I didn't realize market access acts as like a counter productive efficiency. So these people down here have like minus 80% productive efficiency. It's really bad. Same with all the way up here. So then this is an argument for keeping the Badajoz market. Or maybe I might move it. I think when I eventually conquer, I might delete that market and move to Madrid or something like that. But having something here to keep the productive efficiency from being nuked is really good. Increasing market access is something that it doesn't seem as intuitive on how you do it as control. Like if I go here, transport distance from market, I wish it would tell me why. It just says it's due to transport distance from market. But like I assume building a road there would help, but I'm actually not 100% sure. It seems like intuitively that it would, but maybe not. This is going to be a somewhat boring video, just me annexing my vassals, building up my economy. I love this part of the game, so I hope you guys find it interesting as well. Because this is what a lot of these videos are going to be composed of. Okay, so I have access to the person I wanted, I think. Right? That's what that notification meant. Okay, so we need more jurisprudence. We're basically, we don't believe enough in jurisprudence to get them. This is what I want, because this is so good. The monthly research speed is incredible. And the 10% morale of armies is fine. I mean, 10% morale of armies is good, but it's not like game-changingly good, whereas at least in my opinion, the additional research speed is crazy, because pretty much everyone is tied to kind of similar research speeds, and it's the only way to get it up is like if you have clergy satisfaction. Literacy has a small effect, but like I'm not going to get my literacy up too much higher. There's not much you can do about that. Power, and it's basically just commoner literacy, which is what matters to the average literacy. Then power of liturgical language is good. We have Arabic, which is one of the best, if not the best. I don't actually know. Okay, Sultan needs the money. Who is this person? Are they like very good? It's an artist. So art is funny in this game because you can either spend an enormous amount of money paying an artist, or you can just, when you siege a person's capital, you just steal all their art. So for example, this person only has one because it was just recently sieged, but like, where's the capital? You can see like 0, Paris is 3, London is 3, but like if you capture those cities, you can steal all the art. And then you don't have to pay for it yourself. It's just for free. You can just take it. People don't want you to know this. The art is actually free. You can just copy and paste it. Okay, so I've been improving relations with them. I think I'm just gonna keep going down the coast. Annexing these bad boys. And now I have this territory. I mean, obviously it doesn't have very much good, it has like functionally 0 proximity. Yeah, no proximity at all. I do feel like setting my thing up there is a good idea. So I hope it's easy. I'm not sure how to change your capital. Let's upgrade this to a city. That seems like a good first step. And then I'd want to move the market center there also, I think. I could move the market center there and my capital there. And then probably set up a new market like here in the south. And then maybe I don't need the Badajoz one, like I thought I did. I'm going to be able to steal another map from the Portuguese, which is always nice. The one downside of this is that I don't think that they've actually done very much exploring so far. You also get antagonism when you steal the map. And it's not a small amount of antagonism either. Yeah, stole map. 1.8. That doesn't seem like a lot, but if you think almost 2 antagonism per map you're stealing, that adds up quickly. And oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me again? This Iran country has been a pain in the ass to annex, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna wait till I have enough diplomats to improve them, and then I think that this is a good stopping point for this episode. And we can come back to the next one. Things are going very good right now. Just kind of waiting, building up my economy. I've got some more sailors. Okay, so this is annexing them again. Okay, that's cool. So I might not actually need to improve relations. Let's launch another privateer. Or I could explore. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep stealing from them. Okay, I'm gonna hire a privateer to pillage this area. So they just destroy maritime presence. Is that it? That just seems garbage. That seems horrible. That doesn't seem worthwhile at all. And I thought that there was something... I thought I saw something that our privateers can capture slaves also. I don't know. Okay, this seems like a great place to stop. So I'll see you guys in the next one. And thank you so much for watching.